Welcome in The Enchanted Garden, a storytelling podcast with Alicia and the Unicorn. Welcome to today's podcast, where I will be telling the story of what we humans need to do if we are to create heaven on earth. Hello, my name is Els. I am a storyteller and soul mission mentor. As Oracle Woman, I communicate with both the elemental world and the beings of light. On this channel, I share those messages through new written stories to help people find answers to today's challenges. As the founder of the School of Now, I can help you find your purpose as a leader of the New Earth Alliance, so that together we can begin to create paradise on earth. So subscribe to this channel now if you want to understand why life on earth is not yet in tune with the new earth frequency, and to learn what you can do to turn the old story around. In today's podcast, I share the story that came to me during my travels in Europe. I was on the road for 9 days, visiting people who had agreed to be a guinea pig for a new healing method I had received from the light beings. The method was to take out all the toxins after the vax and align their own frequency with the new earth frequency. Only one of the 59 guinea pigs made it through because she followed the instructions afterwards. What I realized during this experiment was that although, or perhaps because it was free, most people didn't dedicate themselves enough to the process. And they came up with lots of excuses not to follow through on the rather strict diet that was required afterwards. The reset actually consisted of 2 parts. The first part was me giving a sound healing session to retune their instrument, if you like. And the other part was to follow a sober diet afterwards for 9 days to allow the cleansing to deepen. Because there's no point in me resetting their frequency if they ate chocolate and drank coffee afterwards, as these 2 in particular change the frequency of the blood in an instant and make the resetting not work. I was very confused because I had been informed by the light beings that humanity had to start stepping up its game and making new choices if we were to make it through the gate to the new world. And I know I can't convince people who are not willing, but I must at least try to inform those who are willing to listen before it's too late. So that is what this story of today is all about. We live in a time where every choice matters and shapes our near future. So are you going to be like child number 8 or 9, ready to start cleaning up the mess and become a guardian of Mother Earth? Or are you choosing to keep making excuses like the first 7 children? You decide. So this is how it all began. Thus, said Father, Mother God to their children, together we have created this beautiful garden for you. To the smallest detail, we have put all our love into making it the perfect playground for you. Everything is here. Fresh water to quench your thirst, colorful, juicy fruits to eat, medicine in case you get sick, oceans, deserts, mountains, for you to experience your own huge beingness and immense potential. Great life in wilderness with all kinds of animals to show you what love is all about. It is our wish that you honor our gift and that it fills your hearts with joy. But now it's time for us to retire and let you enjoy this place to the fullest. But don't worry, we will be back soon, well determined within 9,000 years. For then the time has come for the earth to step into a new frequency and have the humans become gods again. We have given you all the support you will need, and you have everything stored in your heart and soul to be able to make this garden even more beautiful, each in your own way. Just use your imagination and enjoy. And please don't forget, it's all a game, so play nicely together and have fun. We really wanted to give you an unforgettable experience and have thought of everything to make your time here as enjoyable as possible. And off they went. Wow, what a gift, said the children. How much we are going to enjoy this. And for many hundreds of years, they lived in a paradise on earth. But as time passed, the children forgot the wish of their divine parents and the purpose of it all. So they continued to play as well and as badly as they could. That is, until today. A messenger knocked on the door, and they interrupted their game. The messenger said, "Call the 9 children together. I have come from afar and have brought a letter from your parents." They looked at each other in surprise. Or parents? They were not sure what he meant, but still they ran off to fetch the others. When all 9 were together, the messenger opened the letter and began to read in a clear voice. "Beloved children, the time is near. The 9,000 years are almost over. And as we told you thousands of years ago, the time has come. Within 9 months, our long-awaited return is foretold, and the prophecy can begin, where the gods and their children will once again live in peace and abundance on earth. We have long looked forward to welcome you back into our arms, but there is one major problem. As things stand, we cannot come. The garden looks nothing like it did when we left it in your care for 9,000 years. The waters have been poisoned. The beautiful forests cut down. There is a layer of poison on the fruit. We cannot possibly feed our pure, beautiful bodies with it. And the many medicines in the garden, they're carelessly trampled by most of you. Even your own blood is poisoned, and you carry such a heavy yoke of suffering, guilt, unworthiness, and shame on your shoulders that you have completely forgotten the mission to play and enjoy. So many times you have given power to leaders from faraway lands who did not have your best interests at heart and who had no say at all in our beloved garden that was entrusted to you. All this has meant that the frequency in the garden is so low that it is impossible for us to come now. We would fall ill immediately. Therefore, our urgent request that you begin to cleanse the garden immediately. All the poison has to go. The frequency has to go up. And you have exactly 9 months to do it. If you start now, nothing is impossible. The messenger had just finished reading the letter when the 9 children began to talk excitedly to each other. Number 1 spoke up loudly, shook his head vigorously, and said, "Whatever, what nonsense. I have free will. I do what I want. What else is free will for?" Number 2 said to the messenger, "Can you prove what this letter says? Do you have a source? How do I know that what it says is true? After all, I don't believe in a father and mother who created this garden. Number 3 had learned to listen to her feelings and said, this message doesn't feel right. I'm not going to be frightened. I'm just going to focus on the positive. Number 4 said, yeah, well, listen, this isn't a good time, really. I have to take the kids to football. Then tonight I have to go to a barbecue with friends. Then tomorrow there's another dinner planned with another friend. And on Sunday I have to catch up on work. So maybe later, okay? Bye. Number 5 threw her arms up in the air and shouted in frustration, ah, that too! I really can't take any more of this. I need peace and quiet. Go away. This message only upsets me more. Number 6 knew for sure. This cannot be a message from the divine. God is love, and he would never put such pressure on us. And even though my life is far from ideal, I find it comfortable enough. I'm not changing anything. Everything will work out just fine. Number 7 said, there's something wrong with the messenger. Who does she think she is, huh? Is she more important than us to tell us what to do? Maybe she's after our money. She's surely not the real deal. Number 8 went silent and he thought, I really have no idea how to do this, to step up my game and start cleaning up Mother Earth. I always thought it was the others who were responsible for the mess, not a little kid like me. But maybe the messenger has some tips. And well, I could listen a little longer, couldn't I? I know the situation has gone out of control. And maybe we still have some time to turn the tide. So he stayed on to listen to the next story, where the messenger talked about the prophecy that every human being could be part of the solution. And so number 9 thought, what an honor to be given the chance to experience this in my lifetime. Deep in her heart, she had never forgotten the true meaning of her divine parents' gift, and she was so happy that her suspicions had finally been confirmed. She knew immediately what to do and set about cleaning up the mess in her own little garden. She started living poison-free to honor her body and preparing the garden as if paradise had already arrived. What a beautiful reunion that will be. So that's the story, dear listeners. I'm sure you all recognize yourself in one or more of the children. We are all so busy not thinking about our actions and the consequences on this beautiful planet. It all seems so normal to be alive, but it's clearly a miracle to live on such a wonderful earth, to be able to breathe, speak, make love, sing and dance, and make plans for our future. The future for our children and the people coming after them. And I truly believe that we need to stop taking our divine parents' gifts for granted and start contributing as best we can to turn the tide. So, if you're anything like child number 8 or 9, and you're willing to make at least a little difference, you can click on the link in the description box to sign up for the next online gathering of the School of 9. I will be sharing more stories and channeling answers to any questions you may have about how to prepare and find the next step in living your true soul purpose on Earth. Goodbye for now.